Hi, this is Angela Taylor with Taylor Homestead Soap, and today I'm doing a Sunday video because, ready? I am part of a collaboration with Renee Cornwallis of Soaps for Love. So last week you saw me do some piped pumpkin embeds. Say that 5 times fast. Today you're going to get to see what I'm going to do with those piped pumpkin embeds. So I've had an extremely good time doing this soap. These are big old bars, friends. We did, see, I measured them and they were like 6.5 ounces. Listen to, you hear this? It is definitely August at the end because the bugs are going crazy right now. So I've had a delightful time doing this. I was honored again for Renee to ask me to do this collaboration. So if you look in the description box below, there will be a whole list of people that were part of this collaboration. I invite you to go to all of their websites, give them a thumbs up, subscribe to their channels. But they were part of this collaboration. The collaboration involved, they had to put pumpkin, apple, red, and orange into their soap. So I have done that. And all the people that you're going to see below in my description box have also done that. So we had a challenge, and my challenge was to make a soap that had real pumpkin and real apple in it, and then it also had to have orange and red. So I'm going to use some applesauce, and I'm going to use some organic pumpkin in this soap. So the very first thing you do, everybody knows, you go ahead and you put your lye water solution into your batter and you mix it on up. In this one I have Mocha Brown by Nurture Soap. This one is really red mica by Nurture Soap, and I highly recommend this because it is really red, like blood red, which is why I'm just using a little bit of it in here today. And then this other one is activated charcoal. Now, the next thing I'm going to put in, for this collaboration, I was supposed to put in apple and pumpkin. So let me give you a warning about putting any kind of additives that are full of water. And I had to learn this the hard way. Whatever you put in with purees, you have to take out as water. So my original recipe was for, I think, 15.3 ounces of liquid. I did a reduction of about an ounce and a half of the water because this has so much water in it that it will do funky stuff to your batter when it sets up. Mine, I did this once and put too much of the puree in, and I had caverns down both sides of my loaf of soap and oil that had not combined with lye, and it leaked everywhere, the uncombined oil. So you have to be really careful about when you're putting purees in that are full of water. So I've combined this with just 14 ounces of water instead of the 15.3 ounces of water that the recipe originally called for. A really good site to go to for information like that is soapqueen.com. She has all kinds of articles, and Soaping 101 also has many articles about all of these things I'm talking about. All right, so I'm putting this in. Okay, and I'm not going to put all of it in yet. Then I'm going to tap this down. All right, so this collaboration wanted us to use purees, pumpkin and apple, and red, orange, and the rest of the stuff is just something I came up with. Red and orange. Right, so I'm gonna start with my red. I wanna do a really thin drop swirl. So my goal is to go as high up as I can to try to penetrate through my layer the best that I can. My black, and I'm going to do the same thing. Now, my orange component. This is my orange component. Ah, you remember this from last week. I made pumpkins out of piping last week in last week's video. And I piped a bunch of pumpkins, which will go on the top of this. You'll see in a little bit. And I had all of this left over. And so I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna put little ploops out on my parchment paper, and I'm gonna use this as also part of my design. So I'm gonna put a bunch of these in. And I don't want it to go too far down because I don't really want it to mess with my drop swirl that's inside. So I started the piping. I'm just using a leaf tip one because I wanted this to not, the goal is to make this look like a pumpkin field and not necessarily, you know, ploops everywhere. So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little leaf on there, and I know it may not be the exact type of leaf, but I'm just putting a little leaf on each one of these. The last thing we do is we cover it with rubbing alcohol. This is 91% because soaps that have a lot of color in them tend to ash. So I'm going to do this liberally. And that is our soap. There's a pumpkin patch. We will be back for the cutting of the soap in 18 to 24 hours. We are at the cutting of the soap. I've decided to do this the old-fashioned way and cut it with my old non-wire cutter because, well, you know, my embeds are not all nice and lined up the way they should be, and I'm going to attempt to not hack off my pumpkins. So I am going to try to get bars that are, you know, about the same, however. And this is what it looks like on the inside. There's my pumpkin field. There's my red and my orange. And my piped pumpkins from last week. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. this is not my favorite cutter. What I really wish I had was a cutter that's just a single cutter, as opposed to, I've got kind of the extremes. I've got this, the multi-bar cutter, I have a multi-bar cutter, and I have this cutter. I really want a single wire cutter. That would be great. All right. My fear is always the top is going to come off. Yeah, the top came off that one, but here's another one. Oh, that is so cool with like the black inside the red there. Cool. And there's the top. Huh. These are big old bars. I mean, I'm going to show you how big. So this is my hand, and this is the bar soap. My hands are, I'd call them medium sized. I don't have small hands, but they're not ginormous. That's a pretty big bar of soap. In fact, I got my little, got my scale here. Let's just measure one of these. What do you think? I'm just going to measure one of these so you can see where it says high. All right, this bar of soap. Look at that. See right there? That's that bar of soap, right? There. That bar of soap is 6.65 ounces. That is a big bar of soap. Oh, 7.5, it's going up. Yeah. 6.75 ounces of soap. That's a big bar. Oh, I got the red down there the way I wanted. Yay! I wasn't sure with how thick the brown was that I was going to get the red as far down as I did, but I did. Yay! Oh, wow, look at that. Cool! Cool! Like it, guys. All right. If you like what you see, please give me a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment below.